Kick-Ass 2, just like Kick-Ass, it kicked ass too! Get your kick-ass figures at BigBadToyStore.com. Link in the description. They kick ass.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your big review.
What up, big kids? Here's my big review of Kick-Ass 2. And it kicked ass too. That's the review. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I love this film. For lack of a better word, it kicked butt. No, but it kicked ass. Seriously, I really love this film. Now, this of course is based on Mark Millar's and John Romita Jr.'s graphic novel or 5-issue series. I think it was 5-issue or 8 something of Kick-Ass 2. I read the first Kick-Ass and I read this one before this movie came out. And I have to say, I love the movie more than the comic. Just like Kick-Ass, the movie one, I love that more than the comic. Because as much as, and this is a non-spoiler review, if you guys have read this, this is a very gory, brutal, violent, like full of shock value galore. And even though Kick-Ass 2 has a lot of that violence and a lot of shock value, they kept the key elements of the story and they changed things around where I felt it was better suited for the story and just took things out that was, this is a very dark comic, even more so I think than Kick-Ass 1. Very dark. I mean, there's, like in this comic, like, innocent kids get killed and there's gang rape and oh my god, it's brutal. So let's talk about the movie. So Kick-Ass 2 stars, instead of Matthew Vaughn directing it, this is Jeff Wadlow. So he wrote and directed this, which was very awesome. He did an amazing job, by the way. Like, it stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, of course, returning as Kick-Ass, who does an amazing job in the role. It's definitely, there's talks of him becoming Quicksilver in the Avengers Age of Ultron. Please hire him. He's amazing. I love him. And he's such a great as Dave and Kick-Ass. And, of course, everyone's favorite hit girl, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, I believe that's it. Anyway. She is phenomenal in this. Both of them bring a lot of heart to the story, which I love, especially what they're dealing with in the movie. And then, gotta give it up to the rest of the cast, like McLovin. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who plays the mother effer. Or, he did an amazing job. He's so funny in this, too. He's probably one of the funniest characters in the film. I love, we got a lot of people in Justice Forever, which is the team in the movie. Jim Carrey playing Colonel Stars and Stripe, who, I don't know why Jim Carrey should be so, if you guys know, he's not supporting this film because of the violence. And this is very violent. The movie, yeah, it has some violence in it, but it's not so, it's not as bad as this. If they were fully adapting this, page by page, the movie would have been like NC-17. That's how bad I think it would have been. But no, I think the movie, yeah, it's definitely R-rated. I saw this with my little brother, and he enjoyed it for what it was. But I definitely recommend it to be more mature and older for it. But Jim Carrey, his part. He's kind of like the big daddy of the film. He really steals the show. He's so good in it, and I really love him. So I don't know why Jim Carrey should be ashamed of this movie or not want to promote him. Everyone else, I love, Clark Duke as Ballo Guy. He's great. I wish I saw more of him. Donald Faison as Dr. Gravity. He was awesome in it. Lindy Booth, holy crap. Night Bitch, she's so hot. Oh my god. And one thing, and I'll talk about this in my spoiler review, I love what they did with her in the movie compared to in the comics, so I'll talk more about that. John Leguizamo was great in it. His part in it's not a big part, but when he's in there, he's so great. And, just the whole cast is just awesome in it. I really enjoyed. By the way, Chuck Liddell was in here, and that's so cool. I gotta mention that. So yeah, the action is phenomenal. I mean, there was definitely some standout moments in the Kick-Ass movie, and I really think there was some awesome action. Like there was the scene on the highway with Hit Girl rescuing Kick-Ass. There's the final battle is amazing. I love the scenes with just Hit Girl training Kick-Ass, and there's so many great action scenes. I really felt like the action like even topped the first one, and then just the story was just phenomenal. I really loved it. This is why I go to the movies. It's like I love stories that just make me, the movie. It has its serious moments, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's very meta. It mentions, about this is not a comic book, this is not a movie, blah blah blah, and I thought that's so great. And it's such a great mix of humor, action, definitely some vulgarity. But I really love the story. There's some parts that made me teary eyed. There's definitely some parts that I really it was sad, and it's definitely if you love the first one, you'll definitely love this one. I think it might even be better. And like I said, this is so much better than the comic. And usually you don't say that really about a lot of comic book movies. People say, "Oh, the comic was better," but this I have to disagree. I really felt like it took away elements of it that I didn't like about the comic and just made it more sense. And really, I like how the way they changed things. And yeah, I'll talk about that more in the spoiler review. But yeah, it was just such a fun time. I want to see it again and again. I can't wait to own this on Blu-ray. I love that I got my Kick-Ass action figures, and it's even more so because of how good the movie is. It's just such a fun time. Like I said, even though it's R-rated and it has its serious moments, it's just such a fun movie experience. Why I go to the movies for great action, good humor, great characters with good story that really make you feel for these characters. And yeah, like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite movies of the year, with Man of Steel, Iron Man 3, and Pacific Rim. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I highly recommend. So with that said, I give Kick-Ass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kick-Ass punches out of 5. Yes, definitely go see this movie, guys. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies. And yeah, if you like kick butt shirts like this, go to riptapparel.com. They have cool shirts today of man, there were so many cool shirts. Like they had Minion Futurama shirts, so check it out. And also if you want to win a Hot Toys Mark 7 Iron Man, I'm having a big contest on it. Click the link in the description or the annotation to find out. And for more geek news, reviews, podcasts, and more, go to bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your room in a big way.
All right, check out bkbn.net. Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Ranger.
Avengers Assemble! Hey, if you want to be in the Avengers, you need to put $1 in the swear jar, Purple Rain. Okay, but before I do that, what the was up with the Mandarin?